With January in the books and coming to a close, it's time to start looking towards February. So today, I'll be showing you the best upcoming games of February 2021. Starting off the list is a game that actually doesn't release until April 1st. However, on February 25th, Outriders will be releasing a demo where you can play the first few hours of the game to try out all the classes, and all progress that you make will carry over to release. Outriders is a co-op third-person shooter-looter game developed by People Can Fly. This game will allow you to fight in 3-man squads and plans to have heavy RPG elements that looks to be a mix of Borderlands and Mass Effect. Outriders will also be cross-platform, so there is no worries if your friends are playing on a different system than you, and upon release, this game will be a full-priced game for whatever system you purchase it on. Next, we have Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares 2 is a horror puzzle platformer adventure game developed by Tarsier Studios. The first game, released in 2017, to great reviews. However, it still went under the radar for many gamers. In this game, you play as a young boy named Mono, who is accompanied by a girl in a yellow raincoat named Six, who sets out to discover the secrets of the Signal Tower and save Six. Currently, there is a demo up for this game on Steam if you'd like to go ahead and give it a try, and this game is set to drop at $29.99 on February 11th, 2021. Before we get into the next game, if you're enjoying the video today, please hit that like button for me. It really helps the channel out. But coming in at number 9, we have Destruction All-Stars. This game seems to be a more updated, cartoony version of the old classic hit Twisted Metal. However, now, when your vehicle is destroyed, instead of the match being over, you will now continue your fight on foot. This game was set to drop on the PS5 for a $70 price tag back in November. However, it has since been delayed until February to launch as the February free PS Plus game, and will also be free in the month of March as well. After that, it will go back to its $70 price point, so make sure you claim this game even if you don't have a PS5 yet. As long as you have PS Plus, you can do it via the website, and I have uploaded a video showing how if you are unaware.
But let's start a fight.
Coming in at number 8, we have Werewolf the Apocolypse. This is an action RPG game coming to all major platforms besides the Switch in the first week of February. You play as character Kahal, who is a werewolf trying to take down the corporation Endron, and in the trailer you can see that you can not only fight in human form, but also werewolf form, and you can travel as a wolf as well. It appears that the gameplay will differ depending on what form you're in, and this game will launch as a full-price $70 game on next-gen consoles. At number 7, we have Blue Fire, which is an indie game made by Roby Studios. This game is set to launch on February 4th on the PC and Switch, with the PlayStation and Xbox versions coming out at a later date this year. The game has drawn comparisons to being a 3D version of Hollow Knight, however, this game appears to have a much bigger focus on the platforming. Blue Fire is a Metroidvania of sorts where you'll find new items and skills to progress your character, which will then allow you to reach points you otherwise could not earlier in the game. The combat is a mix between Zelda and Dark Souls, and the boss fights appear to have multiple mechanics to make the fights fun and engaging. I do believe Blue Fire could be a sleeper indie hit this year, similar to Hades of last year, and if you enjoy platformers, I would highly encourage you to give this game a try, as it's set to drop at just $20. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury is set to drop February 12th on the Nintendo Switch. 3D World was originally released on the Wii U back in 2013, and if you haven't played the original and you enjoy Mario games at all, this is definitely a game that you'll want to pick up. This game can be played by up to 4 players at the same time, and while not an open world 3D Mario game like Odyssey or Mario 64, it is still a 3D Mario game where your goal is to collect coins, stars, and power-ups to rack up a high score before finishing the level. On top of 3D World, there will also be a new bonus game called Bowser's Fury, where you can either play solo or as a duo. This game does appear to be more of a 3D open world title like Odyssey, where your goal is to run around and collect cat-shaped tokens called cat shrines to break the seal on the Gigabell so you can power up and take on the gigantic Bowser. I can honestly not stress enough how good 3D World as a game is, and I'm very confident that this game will be one of the best-selling Switch titles of all time, since the Wii U did not sell nearly as many copies as the Switch has. This game is set to drop at the price point of $59.99. Bravely Default 2 is a good old-fashioned JRPG set to be released as of February 26th on the Nintendo Switch. Bravely Default 2 is the third entry in the Bravely series and is a brand new story alongside a brand new cast of characters. The developers decided to shift away from the original story as Bravely 2nd was not well received and seemed to be a major step back from the original release. Similar to the other titles though, this game will have a turn-based RPG system and follows the four main characters as they make their way traveling the world. A demo did drop back in March of 2020, which was highly praised. However, Square Enix did state that they would be taking fan feedback and adjusting the game from there. This game will launch at the price point of $59.99. Century: Age of Ashes is an early access game that's set to launch sometime in February on the PC, with ports later coming to next-gen consoles once the game is ready for full release. In Age of Ashes, you will compete in arena battles where you fly on dragons and fight for survival. This game will have multiple game modes that vary from solo play all the way up to 3 teams of 6 players fighting together to win. This game is set to be free to play and plans to monetize different skins for dragons while stating that they do not want the game to be pay to win. If you would like to sign up for early access, you are currently able to do so via the Steam store. Although this game was released almost a year ago over in Japan, it is just now making its way to Western shores. Persona 5 Strikers is set to be the Dynasty Warriors version of Persona 5 and will release on February 23rd. This game takes place 6 months after the Persona 5 story ends, when Joker and his friends are once again pulled into the metaverse. I'm sure if you're a huge fan of Persona 5, this will be a game that you'll want to pick up, and anyone purchasing the digital deluxe version will be able to get the game 4 days earlier on February 19th. This game is set to drop at $59.99. East 9 Monstrum Nox is an action RPG and is also making a late debut on Western shores, as it released in Japan all the way back in September of 2019. This game will initially release on the PS4 and will also be playable on the PS5, and then at some point later in the year you will be able to purchase it on the Switch and PC. Although this is the 9th entry in the East series, this will be a new story, so if you're worried it's too late to start a new series, this game is a perfect entry point. East 9 is set to drop at $59.99. And finally, rounding out the list at number 1, the Nioh Collection. This is both the original Nioh and Nioh 2 with all of the expansions remastered for the PS5 to run in 4K and 120 frames per second. If you're unaware, the Nioh series is an action RPG samurai series developed by Team Ninja, similar to that of the Souls genre with its own take and style. If you haven't played either game of this series and are an action RPG fan, I would highly recommend giving this game a try, and it will drop at the $69.99 price point. So that's going to be it for the top games coming out in February. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you next time.